Hey, good morning, everybody. Hey, listen, I just wanted to get on here and just share something that happened in our marriage that I am pretty confident that 100% of the time it happens in every marriage and every relationship, but it's about supporting your loved ones, supporting your spouse. We've been married 27 years and, we've gone through a lot of scenarios where I wanted to do something or my wife wanted to do something, and, we had to support them. And, for a couple examples, I remember when Karen wanted to get, she was in her 30s and she wanted to go back to work. I'm sorry, wanted to go back to school. And I'm like, she's like, I got to work all day and then I have to go to school. And then I was like, well, what about our time together? What about the kids? They're young. I got to do homework. So I just made it all about me, and then she wanted to get a different job, and the different job was more hours, it was farther, and again I made it about me. I was like, well, what about our time together? What about the kids? And I just made it all about me. And I can't imagine, like, the whole time when she was going through it, she was just like, my spouse doesn't support me, but I'm going to do this anyways. But there was one thing that happened in our marriage that we still talk about now, and that is, when she grew up, she went to church a lot and I didn't, and, the first, like, I don't know, 17, 18 years of our marriage, she never pushed it. But then she started saying, like, I really want to go to church. And so I was just like, isn't that on a Sunday? That's when football is on. And that's when I party Saturday nights. That's when I'm hungover. And I made it about me. And so eventually I started going, I was like, I'll go with you. And I didn't like it. I was grumpy the whole time. We'd drive there and I would just be upset, and there'd be like a little bit of traffic and it would just get me so upset. And I was just like, and so it was frustrating for her. But the funny thing is this church that we were going to, they had tacos this certain night during the week. And she was like, hey, they're going to have tacos here. And I'm like, I can go for a taco. And so I'd go and I would, I'd eat the tacos and I'd go into service. And again, I would just be grumpy and everything. But after a while, I'm like, I'm going to go into this, this is something that she loves. And I don't want to be responsible for her not having a relationship with God, And so there was one time where I had the delicious tacos. I went into service and I was listening to the worship and I got wrecked, and it was awesome. However, this is when I was still caught in addiction, and then it kind of just went right back to, football's on and all these excuses. And now it's different. We both go to church, we're both sober, and we have this conversation a lot. We don't talk about the school thing, we don't talk about the work thing, but we talk about the church thing. And I say it all the time, I'm sorry that I kept you from church. I'm sorry that I kept you from God. And she's like, it's not your fault, it's my fault. I should have stepped up, I should have did this, and it's just it still hurts my heart. So anyways, I don't know what situation you guys are going through right now. I don't know the scenarios, the things that your spouse wants to do, your loved one wants to do, but let's speak life over them. Let's not speak death over them. And when we're saying we're going to support them, let's support them. Let's not say, yeah, I'll support you, and then just be, grumpy and upset all the time, and this goes for our kids too. Like, our kids may be doing something in their life, that you may not agree with, or that, you're just like, but you got to support them, and you got to support them with all of your heart, So, anyways, again, I always talk about stuff that happens in our marriage. In my life, it's my testimony. I never try to talk about things that I haven't been through. But this is something that we went through, and we still talk about to this day. So anyways, I love you guys. I hope all is well, and you guys have an amazing day. God bless you.